ねえ、皆様、ご機嫌いかがお過ごしでしょうか。はい、時刻は現在9時46分ですね。次のゲームはマスエフェクト2となっております。ここからはね、司会進行、スクの方がお送りさせていただきます。朝から元気に頑張っていきましょう。
Hello everyone, I'm Sanjan. This is not the sequel to Octopath Traveler 2, but it's in a parallel universe. So this is Mass Effect 2, the game that everybody loves and has a lot of nostalgia over, and you're going to see it being broken. So I want to be quick to reiterate, this is
みんなが大好きなノスタルジアがたくさん詰まったぶっ壊れたゲームでみんな大好きなゲームだよっていう。
We'll explain that later. But first off, do we pick Femshep or Broshep?
So in probably one of the most lopsided bid wars I have ever seen, the Broshep enjoyers did get almost $170, but Femshep with over $2,000.
Let's go women! Let's go women! All right, so I have chosen Femshep here, and so you'll notice that I actually loaded from a save here. This is because if we start from a new game, there's going to be like 5 minutes of cutscenes that nobody asked to watch. So this is why we kind of load directly kind of at the start. And to reiterate, this is No One Left Behind New Game Plus. So there's going to be like really few unique things that you'll kind of see. And even though it's New Game Plus, it's still a really cool speedrun. So without further ado, Miranda's just yelling at us to start. So I'll start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go!
Hi, good luck, please.
All right, so we're basically going to pretty much start off here. Like we kind of wake up in a base, and then we're pretty much going to be charging our way here.
ビットが2個あったのかな?
While Sanjan's walking through, we should probably introduce ourselves to Corvame.
Yeah,
ですね。
You go. You actually run the
両方とも達成されてるのかな?
なる
ね、男性キャラでプレイするか女性キャラでプレイするかっていうので、女性キャラが勝ってますよっていうのと、No One Left Behind。ミッション中に、特定のミッション中に部隊のメンバーが誰もやられないようにするっていうビットがあったみたいです。
So we're just going to quickly go through this tutorial area. That's a little annoying, that's fine. Just take my time.
I'm always saying it.
Sorry. So you might be noticing why I'm like quickly scrolling through everything. We have a legal keybind that just lets us like go through dialogue like really quick.
なるね。今の挙動はなんか許されてるそのなんかキーバインドの中でまだクリックして多分ダイアログを飛ばすタイプなんでしょうね。なんかいわゆるスクロールダウンとかにマウスホイールに入れてマウスフォローを回すと秒速で連打されるよっていうそういうあれです。
Charging through everyone and like skipping the animations. This is because
どういうゲームなんでしょうね。ちょっと僕持ってるんだけど遊んだことないから。
Yeah, in case you're curious, like you can choose like a starting class in this game, and for basically like every single Mass Effect speedrun we play as Vanguard. In this game specifically, we play because each class has a signature ability. Vanguard's is charge. As the name implies, like lets you like literally just teleport on top of an enemy. And as you can imagine, we're just trying to get to the end of the level as fast as possible. Just charge is insane. It's really, really good.
And Mass Effect 2 is the first game where like the game where like Vanguard kind of became.
すごいストーリー横文字だらけで何も分かんなかった。
Man, it sure is quick to warp. Well, no, warp is a different thing. My bad.
イデンプライムから始まるゲストの戦いは、その背後に潜む存在、リーパーによる進行の序章でしかなかった。すごい横文字だらけでマジでわからないので、もしマスエフェクト2わかるぜっていう方がいたら、なんか今こんなことが起こってるぜみたいなのを軽く教えていただけると、すげえ助かります。
Yeah, so we call it the elevator glitch. As you can see, like as we just like rub along like these walls and like pieces of collision like all across the map. The game will just like push us up here because it doesn't know how to resolve this like physics conflict that's going on right here. So it just pushes you up like that. That's it. And we can use this for like throughout, I think, almost every single mission in the game, and it allows us to like skip so much like content. Like right here, we're like just going straight to the end of the level. Normally, you'd have to be fighting like rooms and rooms of like mechs and stuff, but this is way faster.
I'm like so surprised I
あ、
never
そう、
like.
そもそも日本で出たのかっていう
Because
話があ
it's
るの
so
か。
like
なるね。
it seems so simple when you watch it.
Yeah,
一応、
funnily enough about that,
ウィ
like
キペディアマイクロソフトカッコ JP って書いてあるんで、PC 版だけ、PC のパッケージ版だけ日本で出ましたよ的なサムシングかもしれない。いや、違うのかどうなんだマイクロソフトだから Xbox の可能性あるか Xbox だけ出た可能性あるか地球圏で見つかった古代文明の遺産にこれからの未来を大体全部ぶち込まれた主人公が滅びの未来に立ち向かう。すげえわかりやすい。超わかりやすい。
Not getting left behind. That doesn't count as being left behind.
She's fine. She's fine. Trust me.
She'll be okay.
She's fine.
But yeah, shooting tall lead air, ragdolls her, and it allows us to basically just get to the end of this like cutscene right here. And like you just go straight to the end. It saves like 10, 15 seconds on that cutscene, or like that dialogue right there.
Don't worry, everyone. We'll make it up to her at the end, or near the end, I should say. So pretty much after this, we kind of like start. We're pretty much kind of like us. Starting to recruit a lot of members here, and I'm actually gonna pick my weapons here. So we use the DLC in this game because there's some really nice weapons that come with the DLC, very specifically the Maddock.
Yeah, the Maddock, it's one of the assault rifles. Like assault rifles in this game are just the
結
best.
構エイリアンと
The
かが
Maddock
熱い。
specifically
あ、なんか悪いことしてる。なんか悪いことしてる。
like gun packs that they have. And it is
すげえナチュラルに壁抜けしだしたよ。
DPS wise, it is so good. And because we're playing on New Game Plus, Shepard already has assault rifle training. Normally, you'd have to do about like half the game, I would say, before like you were allowed to do that. Otherwise, you're like locked to shotguns.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi. How you doing? Oh, that Bobby. That Bobby. Sorry.
So this is a more recent skip found. We call it the Bobby skip.
このキャラがボビーって言うんだけど、このキャラに挨拶したら、コメンテーターで参加してるボビーさんが反応しちゃったっていう、今、仕込まれたくだりなのか、本当に偶然なのか。
So yeah, like I guess I can go ahead and like just introduce like what's going on in this game. In case you've never played it, just like a very quick recap. This game, it basically follows like it's kind of like a Seven Samurai type story in space where we just have to recruit a bunch of like the best like the best like warriors in the galaxy basically to go take down this race known as the collectors. They're trying to basically what's going on. So all these missions are basically us just going
だから H だからホストですね、多分これね。本気の司会の人だこれ。
And yeah, since you all graciously donated to make sure no one's left behind, we are going to get the good ending of this game. Well, mostly good ending. We would like to apologize to all Thane, Samara, Kazumi, and Legion fans.
Yeah, just no confusion. Like, there is another category that we have called all loyalty missions, where we do get every single squad member and we do every single loyalty mission. It's about 2 hours, about double the length of this category. But I think it's about, is it 8 squad members that I think you need to initiate the final mission?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just get
なんか他にカテゴリーとしてなんか全種パーティーメンバーを全部集めるやつで2時間ぐらいのあるよみたいな話をしてます。
Yeah, that's what no one
なん
left
か
behind means.
仲間集めることに何か意味はある
We
ん
won't
だ
have
ろ
a
う
full
か
party, but we
No
will
one will
save
die.
everyone that we
なん
recruit.
か能力が
And
違
that
ったり
includes
する
crew
のかしら
members.
Sanjan, while we're walking here, would it be a good spot for some donations?
Yeah, we can do like 1 or 2 donations before we have to explain more of this.
All right.
い
We
わゆ
have
るあれ
a
だね、イー
$200
ジーモー
donation
ドだから
from
痛くないから攻撃とか気にせず
Hi, May.
Paying $200 of Ogrepon tax as promised. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite large green square, large green square,
Oh
large
my
yellow square,
God.
large yellow square, large green square in the Citadel.
気にせず突き進もう
Thank
ぜ
you,
って
May.
いうタイプなんか
We'll
急にテレ
explain
ポ
more
ー
of
ト
this.
す
So
る
this
ね
is
全
kind
員
of like
全
a
部ポ
pretty
ーポー
unique part of Mike. Would you like to explain this?
So yeah, for this, the end of this mission right here, this is like probably one of the more RNG rooms in the game. Oh, that's unlucky.
That is really bad.
Yeah, what happened right there was like extremely like
なんかスキル
unfortunate.
的な
It's
サム
like
シング
very uncommon.
All
too.
right, that's actually never happened before. There you go. There's the bingo.
なんかそういう、あれなんです
But
ね、
yeah,
キャラと
basically,
の
we just need to. We're in this giant fan room. We need
コミ
to
ュニ
like
ケーション
disperse
的
this
な部分も
airborne
ある
vaccine
わけか。
kind of
それがじゃ
to
あ、あれです
cure
ね、
like an
ビッ
epidemic
トに
that's
つ
going
なが
on
ってく
here.
るのかな、ビ
And
ッ
we
ト
just
の
need to turn like
仲
hit
間
these
全
two
員
big buttons
助け
that
る
are
っ
on
て
these
いうとこ
opposite
ろ
ends
に。
of the room. But the enemies here can be kind of weird, and also your squad. Like, so normally you want Jacob here to die because he does this voice line. If he does die and you get lucky, then you save like 4 seconds.
ビットの最後の一文が、なんかすごいですね。ディファレントルート、ファーモア、
Yeah,
サ
so
ティ
we
スファイン
basically
グ。
recruited Morden. Basically, you're going to see a lot of Miranda and Morden. So Miranda's just probably like the best squad mate in the game, just because she has a very varied kind of moveset, and she kind of fills one of our weaknesses, especially with Overload, which hits shields. Vanguards generally don't hit shields very well. And she has the passive ability called Cerberus Officer, which increases weapon damage for everyone. And that's where pretty much most of our damage will come from.
Yeah, Miranda was almost like built, I think, as like the most broken party member in the game, almost like intentionally. It like makes sense lore-wise that she is so overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she just covers like everything almost, and she is the only squad member that has that passive.
本当にいい意味で古典的な、なんか SF の
And then
シュー
Morden
ティ
is
ング
going
ゲ
to
ーム
have
っていう感じがすごい
Incinerate
です
and
ね。
talk about him. Incinerate is like probably one of the best abilities in the game also. It just allows us to hit armor like really, really well. And also, if you use it on like a pack of enemies, they will like, it can just kill like an entire pack of enemies by itself.
なんかデッドスペースとは全然なんか違う方向性のゲーム感でいいですね。
Yeah, I should know we're pretty much going through kind of like a lot of these like random dialogue things just to get to
もうちょっとスペースオペラ的な
feel free to read some.
テイスティングを感じますよね。
Absolutely. I think I'm too old to read this one, but I'm going to try it anyway. We have a $40 donation from Bram Hall V that just says,
Well,
Skibidi Shepherd? Heard that. I totally butchered that.
heard that.
ああ、なるほ
Thank you
ど。
for the donation, though. We also have an $8 donation from Winters that says, I want to give a shout out to Sanjan for a previous GDQ run. Her run of Octopath Traveler 2 at AGDQ this year inspired me to get back into the series, and that game is now my favorite video game of all
好感度的な
time.
あ
So
れがあるわけで
excited
す。
to see another of her runs.
Aw, thank you so much.
Good choice.
You can read one more before we start the mission.
How about this $500 donation from Paul
Wow.
that just says, Mass Effect, let's go.
I agree.
I agree. Let's go, Mass Effect. All right, so we're coming up on our Archangel's mission. It's going to be pretty much out of all the missions that we do, aside from the ones in Loyalty mission, the longest mission. There's a lot of multiple parts to these, and it's also an extremely annoying mission.
なんかキャ
Yeah,
ラ
this like
変えた
mission is broken up into like multiple points.
なことない。
We basically have to help
これはなんか仲間
Archangel.
になったりする
I
みたい
think
な。
like most people know who it is. It's like kind of a, it's not a big spoiler, but yeah, it's like a fan favorite. Right here, Sanjan is actually going to.
あ、なんか悪いことしてる。あ、悪いことしてる。
Normally you wouldn't do this, but this skip can be like super, super annoying. And we get it here.
I'm just going to do this, and then...
Okay, nice.
First
お
try.
お。
So the reason why I did that skip is
あれはなん
because
か
that version of the skip is while it's
一決めちゃんとしないとできなさそうな
the thing
感
is
じが
that
しま
that
すね。
skip
今の
is
挙
sort
動の
of
感じ。
hardware dependent due to like how the loading zones work. So it's much safer and more feasible.
そこでハンドガン買ってきたから、俺傭兵、俺
And
悲
fortunately,
しい
I
な。
think in practice it went pretty good, right?
Yeah. Also, hi Garrus.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Garrus, by the way. Any Garrus fans not there?
あれはギャレスって言います。ギャレス
Yeah,
を
you
好きな
always
人はい
see
ますか
your fan favorites. Not as much just
Really?
because we
Yeah,
have
but 後ろにいる
Miranda
人
and
たちみん
Morden
な
are just very overpowered, but
やっぱ、どうなんですかね
You do see Garrus a lot though, just because
何人に何人ぐらい
when you're
プレ
doing
イして
the
るん
party
ですか
selection before every
2010
mission,
年代
like
のゲームっ
Garrus
て
is the
本当になん
default
か
option. So a lot
みん
of
なやって
times
そう
we
だよ
just end up taking Garrus along with us just because it saves like a fraction of a second to pick him over anyone
もう
else. 'Cause,
人
like,
気
it
広
just
い。
won't matter in a lot of these missions.
Hooray, he's optimal.
And so you see me standing here because there's some unique parts. I want to wait for at least some people to enter in because I don't want to get additional waves.
So yeah, like funny story about this. This strat right here.
3
we're
作
waiting
全
for,
部に
like,
出
all
てく
these
るキャラ
enemies
なん
to
です
come into
ね
the。base before we start killing them. This was found by the QA testers of the game, and like they told some of the older runners for this game about it because like it's really the only way to do this part fast.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good. Nice.
なんか、
And that goes
こ
ahead.
れどれのことを言ってるかわかんないんですけど、なん
And
か
then kill a couple more enemies, and then
今
the
やってる
actual
やつのか
boss,
な
like the
なん
mini
か
boss
何
is
かしら
gonna spawn.
バグ技がなんかもとも
But
と
yeah, you tend
な
to
んか
lose a lot of runs here.
キューエテスタって言ってるか多分このゲームの頻繁なのかな品質管理の人が見つけたバグ技だみたいなこと言ってるけどどういうことなんだろう
so buggy, honestly.
And yeah, I want to say that even this is ran on casual mode, but even if this is on casual,
品
it's
質管
very
理の人
scary
で
because of
ス
the
ピード
nature
ラン
of
を
the
や
fact
ってる人
that
がいるってこ
this
とな
game
のかな
deviated from Mass Effect 1 and that it's a cover shooter. And
Yeah.
when you're out of cover like this all the time, you are going to take a lot of damage, even in the easy difficulty.
And they really wanted you to play this game very tactically and methodically, and that is not really. And yet, it's also the one where they gave the Vanguard charge. So.
Yeah. I mean, this game was made like in the post Gears of War era, so it is just made like that, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's we can talk about like the differences between this and the Legendary Edition.
なんか
So
ね
the Legendary Edition basically you won't see like many of these glitches. So there is one glitch that you'll see otherwise that is
ね
pretty
なん
much
か
the
デバッ
same
カーの
as
人
the
とかっ
Legendary
て普通
Edition.
になんか発明前からゲームのバグについて知ってるわけでし
Want
ょ
to talk about the autosave bug yet or no?
We can talk about that when it comes to it.
Yeah. But that's like one of the we'll talk about it later, but yeah, there is like one major bug that they did not patch for Legendary Edition, but besides that, yeah, like the Legendary Edition run is basically like
なんかやっ
glitchless.
ぱり
This.
デバッカーとかやってる人に聞くとやっぱりこうなんか見つけてもなんか優先度とかじゃなくて特にこう面白みがあったりしてこうわざと残すみたいな事例もないことはないらしいですからね。
And once we close this last one right here, it's going to go ahead and just teleport. Like, we're going to get a black screen, and then it's going to teleport us back up, and then we're going to kill the second mini boss. And this is why this whole segment is so long, because just there are so many phases involved with it. Like some of the other missions, like you just go to the end and it takes like 2 minutes. But yeah, this one is really long.
Yeah, and we pretty much like face through like a bunch of little mini bosses that they're generally like easy to deal with.
ちょこちょこ開いてるメニューは何なんだ
And
ろう
here's the
な。
power of the Maddock. In like one clip, he just dies.
It's so much damage.
Yeah, you'll see like the abilities that we have are overpowered. I should say that our bonus power here is Reeve. And Reeve is like an incredibly good ability and it'll very much play into part like later on.
Yeah, even on like the harder difficulties, it might seem like this is only because we're playing on casual, but even on insanity, if you play as like a soldier with the Maddock, which is like what a lot of people do, and you just spam Adrenaline Rush, you will just shred everything with the Maddock. It is just so incredibly overtuned. And there's a I don't want to jinx it. No, we're fine. Yeah. There's a soft lock.
I delayed that.
There's a soft lock that can happen there if you kill that one. Like it's another mini boss that spawns there. If you kill her like a little too fast for whatever reason, just this next set of enemies will just never spawn. And we're just like left there with like hairs till eternity, basically. It's pretty funny, but yeah, not very optimal for the run.
これは
Yeah, so we can
なるほど
explain
ね。
about
フォロワーは一人だけなの
you can see
か
it
あ、でも
coming
なん
up
か
and
複数にいる
there's a
の
reason,
か。
why
3人ぐらい
you
ついて
pretty
るす
much
るのか。
solve
3人
every problem with the cane here. So we're gonna get these last shielders. Whip out the cane here.
あ、フォースみたいに使ってる。
And then, so we got all these, you know, that really hard, like boss. Well,
お、スローになった。
goodbye.
Yeah, so the cane is basically a portable like nuke launcher. There's like some people who are gonna nerd out about that and go like, technically it's not a it's not a nuke, you know. But no, it's like a nuke that you can just like carry around. And the trade-off is that it uses up a lot of heavy weapon ammo. Like you shoot it once, and then like you just have to find like I think like 4 or 5. I think it's like 4 more like heavy ammo packs to like use it again. However, this is where that glitch is gonna come into play that we were talking about earlier, the heavy weapon bug. Or the it's the autosave
I
bug.
went this way, whatever. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But yeah, the autosave bug. So we run this entire game with autosaves turned off, and the reason for that is because if the game just does not make autosaves, and then we go into the next mission, it just will not correctly track how much heavy weapon ammo we are using, and it will just reset us back to whatever, like how much heavy weapon ammo that we had on our previous save. So we can just basically use it and it's just like not a big deal, and then we never have to pick up.
ああいうそのヘビーウェポンの重い攻撃を使うときになんか
This run kind of
クっ
happens in
て言っ
two
てるから、
parts.
弾倉の話なのかちょっとわかんないんですけど、なんかめっちゃ弾を使うらしいんですよ。で、だけど火力としてはすごい高いから、それを使いたいんだけど、なんかそのヘビーウェポンの数を記録する部分にバグがあって、なんかオートセーブをオフにした状態で次のミッションに進むと、次のミッションがスタートした段階で前のミッションでどんだけヘビーウェポンを使ったのかっていうところがちゃんと記録されてないから、その前のセーブデータから数が参照されるらしくて、それで基本セーブしないで進むからずっとマックスの状態で次のミッションに行けるっていう話らしいです。なるほどね。
And as you can see, we're going to use it right here in this upcoming room. Like, for this room specifically, we just have to kill a ton of enemies. And as you're going to see, the cane just kind of makes it, like, instant. And if you're thinking this is a New Game Plus weapon, it's actually not. You can get this in New Game. You can actually get it very, very early. It's incredible that you can just get it so easily.
I do like that we use two things so much that slow down the game between the cane and charge.
演出でスローになるのめっちゃかっこいいっす。
So one thing to note about the cane is that it pretty much fully damages like a shield or like whatnot. So if I'm in red HP, it'll instantly kill me. And if I'm in range, that will come into effect later. But anyways, here's like one of the hardest parts of this. I don't know if I got this, but we'll try.
めっちゃがっつり、なんか MMO みたいなレベルでスキルを設定している。
So the timing on that kill is really precise just because those shields get raised up. And we have a limited amount of time. So I opted to do like a slightly safer version of that. Ideally,
今の敵はシールドとか使ってくるから結構ちゃんとしっかり倒さないとそこでタイムロスになっちゃう。
And basically, like we just basically try to burst DPS him down as much as possible.
Can we get a donut while Sanjan flies over to the next area?
How about a $5,000 donation from the Yeti? Hey all, Yeti here, Garristan here. Huge shout out to our Mass Effect mega fan Yeti Jacob, who had to donate during this run to show the game some love. We're excited to share we've hit over $30,000 raised from orders from our official SGDQ 2024 collection, thanks to everyone who has ordered. Be sure to check out the collection. Every item ordered
イエティのスタッフのジェイコブさんっていう人がめちゃくちゃめちゃくちゃマスエフェクト好きだからこの時間に投票しようみたいなことを言ってたからこの時間に寄付したよみたいな。
Much appreciated for a great cause. So you'll notice that
職業システムがなるほどね。
It gives the Shepherd invincibility to a degree.
Yeah, as we're gonna
Yeti
navigate
de
through, like,
T-shirts
kind of the map, there are a lot of parts of the game where like they're like really big death planes where like if you
ものによってはちょっとアメリカ国内しか発送できませんみたいなやつがあるんですけど、なんかそれが基本日本に送れるので興味あるのがあれば購入してみても、まあここからまたね寄付とか直接できなくても売り上げがここからの売り上げもまた寄付されるので、ベロシティのぬいぐるみとかあるんで、
So when people say Shepherd used to be a Spectre, she really used to be a Spectre.
Who loves hacking mini games? All right, slightly
ミ
more
ニ
than
ゲーム好きな人いる？
less than Garrus, writing us all down.
All right, so yeah, you'll see the first of that little hacking mini game where like we have to like kind of like match two things. It is mostly a skill-based mini game. Ow. It's mostly a skill-based mini game. It's going to come into play in a couple
この
more
テレ
places.
ポートっぽいのはターミネーターの最初のシュワちゃん出てくるシーンみたいな感じのテレポートの仕方でめちゃくちゃ前に飛ぶのはもともとそうなんだろうかっていうところがすごい気になる。
like what the solution is if like you have enough experience doing it. But the other one that we're going to talk about a little bit later is it's really bad. It's probably the worst part of the game in my opinion.
なんか毎回発動するたんびに何かしらのメニューを開いてるから正規の挙動ではないような空気もしますけど、どうなんだろう。
And Vanguard is just, in this game is generally really great. But then there's gonna be so like you also get to see like this.
発動してからメニュー開いてるから明らかに
the cane coming up next here.
いきなり挙動してる感すごいですよね。
Guys, this area is like actually also like really scary just because there's a lot of things that can hit you really hard, and we don't really care about our squad mates going down. They'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're just gonna like revive like right here as we talk to this guy.
They do go down a lot for not being left behind, I gotta say.
They take a lot of punishment in this run.
Alrighty, so here's the precise cane shot. I need to start it at this point.
Just sneak one in here. And then we run back.
So you'll notice I kind of like did that quick save before I got out the cane. I think we explained this, I don't know if we explained this, another property quick save is that it keeps our equipment loadout, and if I do these safety quick saves too much, then it tends to very much mess with our loadout, and that pretty much does matter.
So if you quick save when you're out of ammo, are you now out of ammo forever?
I don't think so. If you do it with the heavy weapon, it will.
That's what I mean, with the heavy weapon.
Yeah, with the heavy weapon, it will. Yeah, you'll always just start at 0. So it's actually like kind of important that you never make a save after you use the cane. Otherwise, it's like...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to say hi to our best friend Timmy here, and if you want 2 or 3 more donations while we go through this, feel free.
Absolutely. We have a $10 donation from Mar
こ
and
の
Doc.
たまに出てくるプロフェッサー X みたいな
We
誰な
can't
んだ
let
ろう。
anyone die, especially
人
Garrett.
違いの存在
And
と
we
か
have a $5 donation from CM5871 that says Mass Effect is a huge part of my family, my partner, and I
Man.
love the series.
And
Our
G-Man
son's
的なや
middle
つ。
name is Garrus.
G マンっぽい
And
よ
we
な
have。a $25 donation from Chibi Carrera that says, I don't know if this is a debate, but Garrus is the best companion. I will not be taking any criticism or disagreements on this. Shout out to Tech Crew, y'all are amazing. Shout out to Frame Fatales, the best community in the world.
Let's go, woman. All right, so coming up here is Horizon. Everyone knows it's just like, it's terrified because there's some really annoying enemies. It's gonna be really quick, don't worry. You're gonna see a lot of like really, we're gonna use our good old classic Spectre powers, TM, to pretty much skip a huge amount of this area.
Hey, things are going good at Horizon, right?
Yeah, you know, just all these like colonizers are just getting like kidnapped and stuff. It's pretty horrifying, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, this is like a kind of a notorious mission because
なん
it's like
かコリジョンの角に結構なんかありそうですね。
We'll talk about it at the end of this mission
挙動的に。
here because like that's where you actually have to fight them because yeah, we're just doing a bunch of out of bounds right here. These are probably like some of the coolest like out of bounds.
どういう原理で
right
登
here.
ってるんだ
Like
ろう。
we're gonna do this like bit right here, so she's gonna go.
秘密結社のボス。なるほど。あれはなんか布教ビデオ的な思想を布教するためのビデオ的なあれなのか。
She's going to load into like this next area and just boost all the way up. You're gonna see it right here.
I realized we never talked about the melee trick.
Oh yeah, melee abusing. Oh, that's all right.
I didn't go
you
enough
have
to
to save
decide,
though.
yeah.
Might have to make a
格
new
闘
save.
で壁抜けしてるっぽい。
Yeah, I'll do that before I get to the thing. We haven't explained the melee abuses yet. Would you like to explain it?
Yeah, so in this game, when you melee, Shepard like moves forward a little bit, and that's primary what you're seeing right here, like using like what we're using here to like get out of bounds and stuff and like go around. And she like Sanjan is doing this by pressing S and then like melee at around the same time, and that'll like just push Shepard a little bit forward. And for whatever reason, the pistol, because it has a different animation, pushes you like a little bit farther. And right here we have the other hacking minigame I was talking about.
Not great, but it is what it is. Did I not see? I didn't see that in time.
格闘を出すときに若干前進するらしくて、
I love both of those things.
で、格闘出すと同時にアラウンドって言ってるから振り向きがあるのかな。を同時にすると、なんかちょっと普通の格闘とは違うアニメーションがなんか出せる条件があって、それをすると壁の当たり判定を抜けちゃうみたいな。
Yeah, this fight can be really annoying. All right.
Hello?
Sometimes these enemies will just like run away from you for no reason and then just like hide on the
ちょっ
opposite
と
end of your
ちゃんと
route.
聞き取れなかったんで怪しいですけど。
After seeing how quickly
大方そういう話らしいです。
you would run away.
Doubtful that enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
So yeah, that was the first wave, and now we have this second wave right here, and then we're gonna have the boss, which the boss is gonna involve a pretty cool setup to kill them really fast.
So shockwave there.
ボスを倒すためのすごいなんかセットアップがあるらしいです。
That's a new one on the bingo board here, buddy. Whatever.
Yeah, you have to be kind of careful here as well because if you kill the Harbinger enemies, like that's like the main bad guy of the game who like can possess these enemies and like make them super strong. If you take too long, they'll just spawn again, so that can be super annoying. And right here, we're setting up for the quick kill on this boss.
Is there another one? Okay.
強いやつが出てくるんだけど、そいつ倒した後、時間かけすぎると、
Right as we do
ま
this,
た湧いちゃう。
she's gonna skip a cutscene, and that's gonna immediately kill the boss. Like right as they spawn in.
Not in my head canon, buddy.
スポーンと同時に倒しちゃったじゃんから。
Sorry, they don't exist in my head canon. You'll understand why in a moment here. And so because you all graciously donated to make sure nobody's left behind, we are going to take a little bit of a different path.
Yeah, this is like the primary point where the routes really begin to diverge. Because after Horizon, the game like almost completely opens up to you. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and just grab I think it's like besides Garrus, everyone else's favorite squad member, Tali.
いやでも悪者が主人公を蘇生させるパターンはスター・ウォーズでも見たからな。わかんないぞ。
We'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, you need all of those for like the end game.
I am curious about our audience here. All right, Garrus fans, go. Tali fans, go.
Let's go, woman.
I don't know.
That was pretty close.
Morden fans.
まあなんか悪いことしてる。
Okay.
Yeah. So
oh yeah. Also, this is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I got this because
I think you got it.
ジェットパックを出しながら歩いてんの。
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all good. We gotta save.
Yeah. So what I was trying to do there is like skip a whole like sequence there. This can be a little precise. I don't think I got enough like run distance there just because my running animation is like a little bit awkward. I think this should be good.
なんかまたあれですね。なんかエッジをすごい使ってますね。
Yeah, you have to be like running.
角のコリジョンが結構際どいんだろうなこのゲーム。
That was definitely it. Alright, cool.
I love the corner, the edge of the screen veins. It's so a product of its time.
I know. It's like with COD and all that from this era. It's like all these games when like we need a way to show that you're in danger. Here's like a bunch of like red veins all over your screen.
Yeah, the big thing with that skip is like very easy to mess up. Like if you go too much to the right, you pretty much just fall into an endless pit of void. But as you see here, I think normally like you would have to kind of like go and like open a gate, but we're just gonna go past through this gate. We're Shepard. We were a Spectre. We're using our Spectre powers.
Yeah, this is like another like really broken mission. We're like just gonna skip all the way to the end. There is gonna be a pretty intense like charge that we're gonna do at the end here towards the boss. We'll talk about it in a little bit. We are gonna like go ahead and just elevator back into the void right over here.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to the void here, and then there's like a little bit of a scary part here with our friendly neighborhood Geth, but it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
This entire mission has like this gimmick going on, like you can hear it for like the noise. Being out in the sunlight goes ahead and just drains your shields, so like you only have like one layer of health. Like that's the whole thing with this mission, but doesn't really impact anything with like how we do it.
All right, can you shoot? So I'm gonna try to leave Garrus and Miranda there to soak some hits. Hopefully the Geth Prime does not hunt me down.
I think you're fine right here.
Yeah.
これでも確か作ったのバイオウェアっすよね。
So yeah, we're gonna pay our respects to Cal Rieger. He's gonna take one for the team. Rip Garrus.
And then we're gonna charge all the way to the boss here at the opposite end of the room.
That's perfect.
And then yeah. Oh yeah, this is another thing we should probably talk about with the cane. You can actually cane yourself right here and be fine. Even though it kills almost everything, it can actually kill Shepard as well. But the thing is, it only does like one wave, like burst of damage. And when your shields get depleted, you have a couple of like you have a window of like iframes.
マスエフェクト2とマスエフェクト3と DLC 全部とかもろもろ全部ついてリマスターで 4K 対応してるやつが今なんとシールセールで 90% オフ870円。俺は割と買うしかないかもしれない。買うか。
Absolutely do. Thank you so much. We have a $50 donation from Ico the Blue that says, Sanjan,
EA プレイ
I'm
も
so
入ってる。
excited to be watching this run live and seeing what memes you and Corvame have in store
どう
for
すか
us.
すごいぞ。
Cheering for
これ
you.
ね、割と本当に買うとお得かもしれない
Get。stick bugged. LOL. I just read them. All right, now I like this one. We have a $250 donation
日
from
本語も
Scott
対応してる
Moore.
からね。これは遊び
I
やすいで
was
すね
laid。off last week, so it's tempting not to donate, but Mass Effect 2 is my all-time favorite game, and Doctors Without Borders is an amazing organization. I accompanied a doctor to Honduras several years ago. So while I don't know what my future holds, I feel I
ね
must donate to ensure the healthy futures
Xbox 版は
of the people who
DLC
will be
が
cared for through this
一部
and
出
the
なく
many other
て、
donations that will be made
プ
during
レ
this
ステ
event.
版は
And
1
while
が
it
出て
takes
なく
more
て
time,
PC 版は日本語が入って
Doctors
なか
Without
ったと。
Borders is about saving
結
lives.
構、
So this
まあなんか
donation
昔の
must
予言あるある
be
って感じです
applied
ね
to。no squad mate
なんか
left behind.
なんとも言えない昔の予言児童って感じがするな。それが、まあまあまあ、全部一緒くたになってちゃんと出るぞと。
The doctor.
そういう話なんで
Feel
ね
free to。go on. We've got more time.
All right, we have a $100 donation from Kittens that just says Shepherd, Rex, Shepherd, Rex, Shepherd. We have a $50 donation from Mike Shep that says Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time. I'll never forget how stunned I was during my first playthrough when Grunt got swept away by the Seeker Swarm. Here's to saving the crew.
Don't worry, in this speedrun, no one's gonna get swept away. Everything will be good. We can do one more donation.
Oh, hey, we upgraded the cannon.
Yeah.
Well, we have a $25 donation from Commander Shepard that just says, this is my favorite speedrun on the Citadel.
Thank you for your endorsement.
All right, so what I did there was just a bunch of kind of like grabbing people's loyalty missions and then
まあ、船で移動
pretty
して
much
る感じで
for
すよね。
grabbing
多
that
分
really
ね
mandatory upgrade
あ、そうや
from
ね。はい
Garrus.
はいは
So
い。
sorry everyone, we will not be doing Garrus's loyalty mission just because his loyalty mission takes actually noticeably longer than Jacob's. So you can pick from 2 leaders, and that is 3.
Yeah,
仲間が着
Sorry,
々と
I
増え
don't
て
know why I
ます
said
ね。
2. So you have Garrus, Miranda, or Jacob, please.
Yeah, Jacob is like by far the fastest out of
なん
all.
かゲームとしてもやっぱりなん
It's like
か
really, really fast compared to everyone else. And,
今の時代に遊んでも万人受けしそうな感じのゲームデザインって感じがしますよね。
And it's the same with Miranda's.
Miranda's really long.
普通にアクショ
Yeah,
ンとして
Miranda's
遊
really
び
long,
や
and
すそうな。
because actually spoilers, you have to do Jack's loyalty mission. It'll create like an even longer cutscene.
Yeah, where like
that.
they're fighting, and then you have to like stop them from fighting. It takes so long.
But yeah, you'll also notice here we're kind of doing filler missions. There's pretty much like mandatory like amount of missions that you have to do to progress the plot in general, and pretty much in between like we'll be doing some of these like filler missions that will help that will help us get to the amount that we need. So coming up here next is Jacob's loyalty mission. So Jacob will be kind of like one of our 3 people that we make loyal.
Oh, I think you passed it.
Did I pass it? Oops. Good. So it's actually another scary loyalty mission, just mainly because we have to do a pretty precise cane shot, and then there's like these really weird random soft locks that can happen, which hopefully it won't happen.
Yeah, this is like mostly like a whole W simulator for this mission, but the end is like really scary.
Yeah, so the end's pretty scary just because we have a lot of stuff that's trying to attack us. And we pretty much like really do not want to like be in the direction of the cane. But here's actually like another really unique kind of skip that we can do, and I'll let Mike explain it.
Yeah, so she's gonna go ahead and make a save and load right here. And basically, if you were like, I think it's like when you're loading from a save and then like you're using your scroll wheel or a macro to like spam the dialogue cancel like really fast, it'll just go ahead and make some of these NPCs like non-interactable, including that NPC right there. Normally there's like this huge cutscene that you gotta watch right there. And doing that basically just skips it. It's a really nice little time save.
ああ、なんかスクロールでで
I
き
don't know,
る
do we want to talk about like
It's a
Jacob's
knockoff.
loyalty mission? Because it's probably like one of the more controversial ones, I would say, in this game.
I think the only thing we
たまに
need to mention
早
is
すぎ
that
て
basically the
なんか
summary of this
NPC
is
が
that Jacob's dad is
喋れなくなっ
that
ちゃう
person
みたいな。
DM.
NPC と喋れなくな
Not
っ
a
ちゃう
good
みたい
guy.
な。
Yeah.
And then we're here to kind of like find out why. So you can basically think of, so these, we haven't really explained like what loyalty missions are. They're basically a shepherd playing therapist.
Honestly, yeah.
So a big mechanic of this game is just like we're preparing for this one final mission where like we need everyone to be focused, and then everyone's just like, okay, well, I need you to play therapist for me. I need you to help me fix whatever problem I have. and then I'll be fully focused for the mission.
Which fortunately, Shepard does have like the full backing of Cerberus. So if anyone has like the budget to do it, it's us.
All right, so I'm gonna try to do this.
Here's the shot coming up right here. So we have to clear out this whole room with the cane. And there are so many enemies, and they can just shred your health so fast that you can accidentally die from the cane shot. All right, nice. We got it here, though. But yeah, that part's really scary. If you get even like kind of unlucky with where to cane, because there is some like auto target with like when you're aiming at enemies. But if it like hits a prop that's like a little too close to you, you will get caught in the blast radius. And it is really scary when that happens.
All right, mission done.
All right, we have one loyal member, but we are only making 2 more party members loyal, and that next person is Jack.
Yeah, we only need 3 loyalty missions done. With like all the choices made optimally during the final mission, like we'll go ahead and save everyone. It saves a lot more time compared to like having to do like more than 3, I guess.
One thing we forgot to note is to be specific, we are gonna be using we use a speedrun mod, just so that it can skip unnecessary kind of like movies and stuff, and just a lot of like nice quality of life stuff.
Yeah, funnily enough, like even though the mod does remove like FMVs and stuff, like the pre-rendered cutscenes, you're gonna see it in this mission especially, actually. The game will like kind of just pause in place. Like the game just can't progress until like it is kind of like the amount of time that the pre-rendered cutscene like would have like filled. It's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, we're doing this big out of bounds right here to go straight kind of like into this facility right here. This loyalty mission is also pretty fast. So we need Jack loyal because we need a biotic and a tech specialist and then the leader, which Jacob is going to fulfill. But for the biotic specialist, in Samara, I think. And also, I forgot what her daughter's name is, Samara's daughter's.
Lauren?
Yeah. But yeah, getting Samara and making her loyal, that all takes way too long compared to just doing this.
Yeah, Samara's recruitment mission is also really long, and it's
super long.
It's it's a very, very annoying mission. If you do it as part of all loyalty missions.
Yeah, like one of the few like missions in the game that also does not have any skips on it. After this fight, we got another puzzle we got to do right here.
So a lot of this is yeah, if you fail that, you have to do the whole thing again. It's not a big deal here, but for the more like bigger missions, it's a bigger deal.
There is like one specific puzzle, we'll call it out when we get to it, where like it is actually very scary, but besides that, it's like mostly chill.
Yeah, so we're pretty much kind of like cruising along if you want to.
All right,
That's really bad. I might die.
Uh-oh.
I think you're fine.
Are we good?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, well, we have a $10 donation from Blizzard Maine that says, I should go. I should go. I should go. We also have a $25 donation from Beanie Feenie that says, these donations are having a massive effect. Keep them coming, y'all. I agree. We are almost $5,000 away from $400,000 total. Let's do that during this run.
I believe in you, chat.
Yeah, you solve all your problems here with the cane. Hooray, that's a pretty good summary of a lot of this speedrun.
Come out. We know you're here.
So here's the weird effect that comes with the speedrun mod coming up here pretty soon here. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, just watch chat.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
There's a pretty funny bit at the end of this cutscene.
Yeah. If you thought that was funny, there's even better ones.
Yeah.
I
バグらせてるのか、これは意図的に。
have the hurricane, huh? All right, so you see there, we got the heavy ship armor, and now we just need to do one more mission before.
めちゃくちゃ絶対本編じゃなさそうなズームしてましたよ。
N7 mission here. That's technically what they're called in the game. It's like these little side missions, like throwaway missions that technically progress the game. Collector ship. And this one is really, really fast. You're gonna see why. This one legit takes like 20 seconds.
Sounds like the perfect amount of time for a donation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Holly that says, I always try to catch Sanjan's runs and Mass Effect runs, so there was no way I was going to miss this.
Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, we use a cane on all those crates. You know, they're safe from nukes, but they're not safe from mechs.
Perfect donation length. That was a 1 donation mission.
All right, so we needed to do a total of 5 missions before we could unlock this mission here. And honestly, there's not very much to this mission, but plot-wise, they kind of discover, hey, there's this lead that we can get information on the collector ship here. And we can get some important information TM on the collectors and why they're kidnapping people. That's basically a Cliff's Notes version of...
Yeah, I think also, like, that's where they reveal that the collectors are, like, Protheans, which are, like, this ancient race that were established in the first game. It's a really major, like, story spoiler, but, like, besides that, it's mostly just whole W to the end.
でもなんか惑星探索とかすごい楽しそうっすよ。
Absolutely. We have a $100 donation from Zig that says, hyped beyond measure for this Mass Effect run. Go Sanjan. And we have a $25 donation from Tony that said, had to donate during one of the best trilogies I've ever had the pleasure of playing. Good luck, Sanjan. We have a $5 donation from Jason that says, hello from Australia. Great to see Mass Effect 2, the best game ever being run. If a squad mate dies today, I might cry. Well, good luck. Good thing you're not going to be crying. We also have a $10 donation from Bridget that says, here's to a speed run of my favorite game, Calibrating. We have a $50 donation from Ye Old Ginger that says, looking forward to Mass Effect 2, one of the best games of its time. It wouldn't be right if we didn't save them all, so here's $50 to help save the animals. And we have a $100 donation from Gene Big Mac that says, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite speedrunning marathon on the Citadel.
Y'all are just coming in with like your favorite Mass Effect quotes. There's a lot of them.
Let us know your favorite. Donate.
That's right. We are almost $5,000 away from that $400,000.
なんか止めようとしてるのか。
And we have a $100 donation from Kalubi that says, for Garrus Vakarian and Talizora Vos Normandy, the best companions a shepherd could hope for. Good luck on the run.
All right, so we skip an entire platforming kind of like auto-scroller segment here, and...
Yeah, that auto-scroller is like literally like one of the hardest parts of the game, I think. And right now we're going to do another quick kill. Nice. Little
that was good.
Flashy trick kill right there.
Also, yeah, not in my headcanon, everyone.
That
was like I think that's pretty much like the second one that you face, but yeah.
Yeah, like the funny thing is, like with how fast you killed him, like you literally don't even see him on screen. But yeah, like we went ahead, skipped an entire auto-scroller, and then jumped in and hit the precise trigger to spawn the boss right as we killed him. And it's probably the fastest way to do this. There is actually another skip that we found for this mission that can help take you all the way to the end, but it's actually one of the few story missions in the entire game where if you don't hit every single specific progress flag, which is opening that door, I think it's like tied to the Edie voice line, you will just get to the end and soft lock your game, and it's just like a perma black screen, so.
All right, here's our best friends here. Totally, the Scions, they are very overtuned.
ここはちょっとなんかスキップの仕方を間違えるとソフトロックの危険性があるところみたいです。
Even in the speed run, they are super, super annoying. And we're getting to the end right here.
なんかフラグを一個も回収しないで最後の方まで行っちゃうとソフトロックしちゃう。
We're coming up to probably like the one biggest, probably the most scariest part.
Yeah, the Reaper IFF, which we can do right after this, is the next major story beat. And it contains probably the biggest skip that we have found recently. It saves about 30 seconds. We'll talk about it a little bit when we get to it.
It's your call, Commander.
But it is like probably one of the tougher skips in the game, I would say. Also a little bit harder dependent. It depends on like how many.
その後やる技がすごい大きい技で、
なんか I'm pretty sure we are making like quite good pace, honestly. So I'll give it a couple tries.
30分、30って言ってたから30分かな。大きい間違いじゃなければ30分ぐらいセーブに。30分ぐらい短縮できるみたいな。
But yeah, you're gonna see the Eye of the Hurricane. There's a specific reason for that.
Yeah, like why we said that line. If you thought that last bit of like Jack eye roll.
だいぶ寝起きなんで英語のリスニングゴミなんですけど。
usual squad mates.
頑張って聞いてるんで、多めに見てください。
Yeah, that's the pre-rendered cutscene fun here.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to
30
500
分、
kph.
30分なのか、30分。
There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as Geth.
I guess we know where the science team stopped reporting in.
Stare.
すごいカメラ止まるのずるいな、なんか。
The Reaper's mass effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope.
I have the hurricane, huh?
目が。
It's so funny every time.
It's like the line at the end is just 10 out of 10. Brilliance.
Yeah, so pretty
It
much.
just looks like Gmod.
It does.
So I guess to quickly explain this Reaper IFS segment, I had to basically be in between two loading planes here, and using the tactical menu. And if I don't get it, then I am dead, and I had to waste a lot of time to try it again. So we're pretty much gonna go run through here, and it's kind of based. I basically have to hold it long enough, but sometimes my trigger finger is not great at it. I can't hold it for too long though. But I'm gonna call for serious time right about here. So I need to put out my pistol.
All right, get locked in.
ピストル持って。
Nice.
Okay, it's not over. It's
Ooh.
not over.
まだ終わりじゃない。
But yeah, I
今
went
こ
ahead
れ
and
この
just
爆
like
発じゃ終わり
skipped
じゃない。
that
こ
first half right there. It saves around like 30 seconds.
れで今
So
30
the
秒
real
ぐらい
scary
短
part is,
縮。
we're going to go through a lot of scions here, and they like to interrupt you.
半分ぐらい。
And there's basically like a very time-dependent puzzle here. So
They love staggering you so much. Yeah, like that.
oh, and yeah, these.
This is what can happen right here. This part is so
Like
bad.
this part, like watching Sanjan do this part back. Do this part like brought back
ロッ
memories
ク
of
されちゃう
dying
タイ
here.
ミングがあるのか。
Miranda died. That's not.
That's not great.
Oh
Oh,
no.
they're
こうなん
both
か
dead.
失
Okay,
敗
I'm
した
just
時のイラ
gonna.
イラがすご
Might have
そ
to
う
kill。both these guys.
Yeah,
then.
I'm just gonna kill both of these as backup.
So normally you would just kill this first Scion right here and then do the puzzle, and you just hopefully do it fast enough so that the other Scion cannot interrupt you. If you take any damage during this puzzle, it just takes you back out of it and you got to do it again. It really sucks.
All right, that's the Reaper IFF mission over. That's the scariest part of this entire run. There's not much to this. This is just basically caning the core.
Yeah, normally this is like a boss fight that
Where
takes
the core
forever
hot
because
is?
you have to fight it in cycles and it closes for so long. But yeah, with the cane, you just insta-kill it.
ああ、これで今
There we
コア
go.
破壊したから
And,
すげえ長いん
we're not
本
going
当は
to see
す
in
げえ
this
長い
run,
んだけど、
unfortunately.
We'll see.
今ので
Yeah,
終
very
わっちゃったよ
Yeah.
っていう
We'll
こと
show
なの
it
かな。
off. All right, so basically, generally, like casual playthrough-wise, people will tell you don't do the Reaper IFF mission until you're ready. There's a very good reason for that because after 3 more missions with the Reaper, or after the Reaper IFF, you get a special cutscene and then you're kind of like rushed.
Yeah, that's basically like, it's a kind of a soft point of no return, I would say. Just why, like, yeah, a lot of people tell you, hey, don't do that mission until you're like ready to finish the game, basically.
So this we're grabbing a Tally's loyalty mission and a cheeky little skip there.
Yeah, I love that you can't even stay inbound on the Normandy. Come on.
There's actually some pretty wacky stuff you can do on the Normandy, but because you can't aim and thus melee abuse, very easy to get soft locked, actually.
Makes sense.
So you got Tally here, and that's actually like a really cool trick that you can do here. Otherwise, this is like honestly like a very short mission.
First off, more staring though.
Yeah, little stare from Tally and Joker.
また目が
Requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
右下で目だけ映って動くのやめてく
So
んな
I
い
did
かな。
this like somewhat precise trick here. If you saw the one that I had to do similar to Jacob, I had to spam the conversation wheel. But if I do it right,
もう買ったシーンでも端に来るのずるいだろ
if I do it right, then I skip 2 minutes of cutscenes. If I don't get it right, then we are watching 2 minutes of cutscenes. So hopefully that won't happen.
I don't know. The cutscenes so far have been pretty funny.
All right, so I'm gonna do this quick save and quick load here.
I think you got it. That should be good. Oh. All right, nice.
That's fine. So just something to show off here, like their They're kind of like in a little huddle crowd there.
Yeah, it does. When you do this type of like glitch right here, it doesn't load the NPCs in properly, so they're all like banded together over there. It's normally like this really big like trial sequence, you know, but
They're all just hanging out in the corner. They're
yeah.
small talk.
And we're just gonna go ahead right to the end here. This is like probably one of the fastest missions in the entire game, actually. Like there's very little action going on. There is like a big like I would say like so this game has a lot of these like things where like you can do like a renegade or like a Paragon interrupt. Probably the most iconic like Paragon interrupt in the whole series, which I'm guessing Sanjan is gonna do even though it's slower.
Yeah, I told you I would make it up to Tally. I'll uphold myself to that promise.
But yeah, we gotta find Tali's dad. I wonder where he is.
A lot of dad missions in this game.
Yeah, a lot of mom and dad missions in this game.
Shepard's just like the best therapist. All right.
They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Remember to hug a friend when they're feeling down.
Damn it.
Up, okay.
Hug a friend, use the cane.
It's so funny. They talk about, oh man, they've been gone for hours.
We went there and back in like, I don't know, the span of.
Yeah, we only took like
minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Sanjan, if you ever make shirts, you should make one that says "Hug a friend, use the cane."
Does Captain Shepard?
If I missed that, dialogue, it'd be really bad.
Yeah, that's a very big dialogue option right there because, yeah, that depends if Tali gets exiled or not. The Paragon option right there is like the fastest one. But, yeah, if you accidentally do choose the Renegade option, Tali will straight up just be really, really mad at you.
I did the slower dialogue. Oh, well. Have more Tally.
Yeah.
It's fun watching you shout.
Thanks, Tali.
Thank you, Captain.
We can use this.
All right, and that's all 3 of our loyal squad mates.
Yeah, we just need to do one more mission here, and then we're gonna go ahead and like just make our way towards the end game. And this last one's like really fast too, also very, very broken. Just one more N7 mission.
So if you want to read a couple minute or two of donations, you got some time.
All right, thank you so much. We have a $50 donation from Kev Main that says, "Hi Sanjan, super happy I'm able to catch one of your run live, show my support and donate to an amazing cause all at the same time." We have a $250 donation from Anonymous that says, "I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite donation on the Citadel." We have a $25 donation from Phelan and Iggy that says, "Cheers from us and our 2 dogs, Tally Zora and Garrus." We have a $50 donation from Anya that says, "Once again, chilling out, melting into the couch, and watching GDQ with my husband. A wonderful biannual tradition and one of the first things we did as together as a couple.
上からでもちゃんとカットシーンにアクセスできるのすごい親切ですよね。そこの事態を想定しているのか否かは別として。
Mass Effect.
Woo! Woo! All right, so coming up here is just one of the weirdest plot decisions they made. We basically taken all our squad mates to go on some kind of mission here, and surprise, surprise.
Guys, it'll be totally fine if we leave the Normandy completely undefended.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh yeah, this is like probably the funniest eye moment in this game.
We are transmitting the Normandy's location.
Transmitting?
To
who?
Ah!
Camera-san, 仕事して。
Why does he look so scary now?
All right, so this is like the only section one of the few sections where you don't play as Shepard. It's basically just a hold walking simulator, but we also have to explain the mechanics of the final mission, which is pretty convoluted. So, May, would you like to take the helm?
Yeah, so because Sanjan did my loyalty mission of being a great runner and friend, I decided that I would bring back my famous bit one last time. And let's explain The final mission, the giant flowchart that is the final mission. So there's 3 parts. We start with the approach. If you upgraded your armor on your ship, everything's good. Otherwise, Jack dies.
最後のミッションのフローチャートを作
Your
ってき
shield,
たよ。
everything's good. Otherwise, a non-party member dies in this order. Kazumi first, then Tally, then Garrus, then Zaid, then Grunt. Then finally the weapons check. Have you upgraded the cannons? If yes, nothing bad happens. If no, then a party member dies. Garrus, Zaid, Grunt, Jack, in that order. Page 2, the base.
2ページ目出てきた。
First off, the vents. We have to know who the specialist is. If you pick Kasumi, Legion, or Tally, that's good. If you pick anyone else, the specialist dies. Is the specialist loyal? Then we go to the next check. If the fire team 1 leaders, Miranda, Jacob, or Garrus, and they're loyal, then the specialist lives. If any of those are not true, the specialist dies. Next part, the bubble zone. Which is
誰が生きてるかとか、誰がやられてるかみたいな状況によって、そうなんか、状況によってめっちゃ変えなきゃいけない。
Thane, Jack, Garrus, Legion, Grunt, Samara, Jacob, Morton, Tally, Kasumi, Zaid. Write that down. Now, who's leading Fire Team 2? Is it Miranda? Great, they're good. Miranda doesn't even have to be loyal. That's great. If it's Jacob or Garrus, they do have to be loyal. Otherwise, the Fire Team leader dies. Then part 3, the escort. Do you send an escort? If you don't, you probably should have because all the crew members die. Otherwise, if they're loyal, there's no deaths. If they're not loyal, then the escort dies. Finally, the crew. How many missions have you completed after opening the Omega 4 relay? The answer should be none. Because if you did 1 to 3, half the crew dies. If you did 4 or more, all crew except for Dr. Sharkus dies. Part 3, the true end game. Final fight. Any non-loyal party members die. That means the ones you took with you for the fight. Second, hold the line. It's the average rank of your teammate points. Watch this. It says consult the table. Please hold. Party members give a number of points based on their stats and whether or not they're loyal or not. If they're loyal, they give an additional point. Grunt, Garrus, and Zaid each give 3 points. Thane, Legion, Samara, Jacob, and Miranda.
パーティーメンバーの忠誠度とかで変わってくるんだね、これがね。すごいね。これを RTA のチャートに組み込んでるのが怖すぎるわ。
Consult the other table.
思った。
Based on how many teams you have, the average rank determines how or what you need to get in your score for things to be good. And by that, I mean you need to get 2 points. If you don't get 2 points, then people die. There's a whole chart, and it's all of them if you do bad. Teammates die in this order: Morton, then Tally, then Kasumi, then Jack, then Miranda, then Jacob, then Garrus, then Samara, then Legion, then Thane, then Zaid, then Grunt. However, non-loyal party members die before loyal party members. Finally, does Shepard live? How many party members are still alive? If it's 0 to 1, Shepard dies. And if it's 2 or more, Shepard lives, and Mass Effect 3 becomes canon.
なんかロイヤリティポイントっていうのがあって、それが0とか1とかだったりすると、なんか主人公が、もうなんか死んじゃって、なんか最初やると、マスエフェクト3が静止になる。
Those party member order was low-key my favorite rhyme?
I think it might have come close.
I'm actually surprised it flowed that well, you know.
Me too.
You could do the new Mass Effect rap, the parallel universe to the poker rap.
Morton, Tally, Kasumi, Jack. Gotta save them all.
All right, so if we've done all of this right, everyone will live up to this part. Consult the manual.
The manual is all over the floor.
We tried. So there's going to be a long series of cutscenes here. And then there's just going to be an in-between where we just hit stuff. There's going to be an enemy. So, Bobby, take it away.
Awesome. We have a $50 donation from the Sound Defense that says, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite World freezes. I suddenly rolled back into head. All right. So I've seen this type of donation come in, and I'm going to apologize because I know how this starts, but it's been a while, and so I don't know how it ends. So I'm going to screw up the actual end part, but I'm going to try it. We have a $10 donation from Trinity Thatcher that says, I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian and Saurian Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology. I'm quite an expert, which I know is a tautology. My studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Ooh, that was good.
これ
for not
現
having
地これ
heard
何
in
時なんだろ
quite
うだっ
some
て。
time. Thank you so much. And we have a
現地、
$25
現地9
donation
時
from
か。
Theory of
夜
Games
9時だ
that
っ
says
たら、
live
夜9時だ
donation
っ
in
た
this
ら、まああれ
fun
も
Citadel
い
on
ける
command.
な。朝11時はきついな。
We have a $5 donation from Poppy that says flowchart. Quick, write that down.
At the end of
朝
the
9時
run,
に
there
これ
will
は
be
ね、
a
頭
test
回らないですよ。
because otherwise, not somebody gets
9
left
時、
behind.
10時、11
Yeah,
時
you will
に
be
ね。
quizzed.
No, you're getting quizzed. You have to make sure you did it right.
True. All right, I hope you all like the game. Again.
This one's up to Shepard.
You can read more donations. Sorry.
Awesome. We have a $10 donation from Kate the Grey that says, lifelong friends in my Mass Effect? It's more likely than you think. And a $10 donation from Monkey Thief that says, can't leave anyone behind either in Mass Effect 2 or real life. Let's do
仲間
what
が
we
いっぱいいればいる
can
ほ
to
ど
look
複雑になりそうで
after
すね。
everyone.
See if you can find a place.
And we have a
すごいな。
$25 donation from Jordan Massey that says, Femshep and no one left behind? Is there any other way to play? Just as long as someone is working on those calibrations.
Getting close and finish them off.
Everybody hold on, gonna be a wild ride.
You got like maybe 30 seconds more of donations.
All right, how about this $500 donation from Zilta that says, loving the runs so far. And we have a $75 donation from Von Klaus that says, leave nobody behind, loved everyone who helps put together these great events. And we have a $100 donation from Wojtek Bucks that says, happy to donate. We're happy you donated. And a $25 donation from Glorious Top Hat that says, longtime watcher, first time donator, just happy to be watching. Keep doing fun things for great reasons.
All right, so this is the start of sort of like the second portion. Now we need to make sure I select the right person, as Corbin May has quizzed me on. So the first person we're going to pick is our tech specialist, who is Tally.
Good choice. That was one of the ones.
And then the second person we picked as our leader, who will be Jacob.
Also, that was also a good one.
And
It's almost like you've done this before.
Yeah. Only like a couple
でもま
times.
だ全員助けるって言ってるけど、まだ3人ぐらい空きあるっすよ。
One thing I need to do that's extremely important is I need to turn autosave on.
まだここから、あ、ここでオートセーブオンにするんだ。
But for this portion, we can actually turn autosave on because it helps us with a portion of the final boss, but it also, for this final mission, after each major portion, we get our supplies restored anyways, so.
Yeah, we don't even need to use it for this portion right here. So like, right before I think it's the final auto scroller, like we're gonna go ahead and get some like extra cane ammo just in case we use it, which we will. So for this part right here, also we have to like click these green buttons right here to help Tali get through these vents. However, we can just go ahead and skip all of this so long as we get to like the final trigger before she dies. We just go on to the next part. So.
なんかその緑のボタンにどんどん触れていかなきゃいけないっていうシーンらしいんですけど、死にさえしなければ最後の触るだけで
Oh,
OK
that's
み
a
たいで
little
すね。
scary. I should see her to be fine. I did not expect them to like try to hit me that much. A little bit of scary portion here. It's fine. Gotta find that valve, Shepard. It's okay, Tally. We got you.
Oh, okay. That was kind of scary.
That was really scary. I was at like literal 1 HP.
Oh my god.
Oh.
あ、HP が。
It's not supposed to be that scary. All right, I win this quiz. I picked Jack.
Yay! That's what it said.
I picked
スペ
Jacob.
シャ
And
リストセ
then
レ
one
クション。
important thing, I picked Tally because we don't
これは自分で選べるんだ。
for this part anymore. She's not as useful as
自分で選んでそこで分岐が変わ
Jacob
るのか。
and Jack.
As a reminder, stay close if you want to live.
All right, so this next portion is the bubble, what we call the bubble section. It's very auto-scroller heavy, but there's a really cool trick at the end that we use with Reeve. And we'll explain it as we get there, but pretty much for this portion, there's not much to say. Just gotta make sure I don't spam click Jack so that we don't get this weird glitch where she teleports.
Yeah, this part is also like really like weird because if you don't hit every single one of these prompts where you have to interact with like whoever's holding the bubble, if you go to the end, you will also just be soft blocked. So yeah, if that bug happens, you just have to reset. Like at least this portion right here.
なんかこのシールドの中にいる間のダイアログを聞かないで、どんどん進んじゃうとソフトロックしちゃうっていう。
donation from Ethaloon that says the Normandy is family and family means nobody is left
か
behind.
な多分。
And we have a $250 donation from Kavatica that says, so happy to see one of my all-time favorite games on GDQ. I'm a huge fan of the Mass Effect trilogy and all the characters deserve to live. Putting my donation for FemShep to leave no one behind. And with that, we should all go donate. That's right. We have less than $3,000 left to get to $400,000. We are so close, y'all. We have a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, make any Mass Effect series fan cry in 4 words. It had to be me.
すごいね。
No.
Isn't that 5 words?
Is it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, I just read it. They're like, read it as it's written. I did that.
Well, I think Morden says had to
No,
be.
had to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
okay.
the way of Morden speaks.
We have a $50 donation from Ajax that says, it's always so uplifting to see all of the hard work by all of these amazing people for such an incredible organization. This Mass Effect 2 run is bringing back some great memories. Thanks and keep it up.
So this last section can be quite annoying because there's sort of like randomish pattern to.
もう2010
Yeah, this is like
年でもどうなんだろう、セーブデータの引き継ぎっ
I would
て
say that like makes it that can make it
セーブデー
really
タ引き継
annoying.
いで
Like
っ
you could
て
actually lose a run
どうなんだろう、
here. It's
2010 年代だ
these
と結構
wave of
盛んだっ
huts
たの
and
か
also
な
a。Scion. You're gonna see why they're so annoying here, and also in the next mission, like the next part of this mission right here. But yeah, we just have to keep killing them until the part ends. We use the cane back there to just immediately clear out this wave of collectors right here. But we are going to get our heavy weapon ammo back after this.
Yeah, so we pretty much have to take care of this and then just like juggle all of our abilities. This is where Shockwave is actually like, quite good.
Yeah, this is like probably the most like the least used ability that we have in the Vanguard arsenal, but right here it is very, very good.
Yeah, so Shockwave hits those enemies in the line. It's actually like quite good in niche situations for like non-armored enemies.
And it does go through like all these objects right here.
Oh, that's okay, whatever. I think that's pretty good. Oh, I did not see that abomination.
I love bowling.
All right, so I didn't really explain what Reeve does, but you all might have seen it. It deals really good biotic and armor damage, but one really cool thing is that if they have health, you siphon their HP. And this is actually going to come to play because we're going to take a Reeve of Faith.
Yeah, if we like leave this bubble right here, we continuously take damage until we die. And as you're gonna see right here, like one of the primary reasons to the end. And we should be good. All right, nice.
Whew. And I gotta do the last quiz here. Jack and Jacob.
Yeah, so for this last bit right here, we do need to take Jack and Jacob because at the end of this part, if the squad mate is not loyal, they will just immediately die, which obviously invalidates the category. So we do have to take Jack and Jacob, who neither of them are very good, despite what like all of Jack's cutscenes might imply. She's not actually that strong.
Did I not use? Okay.
ドネートのビットのやつを完成するために今ジャックとジェイコブにキャラを変えましたっていう話をしてました。
Yeah, so this is like a series of like pretty straightforward, but there is a pretty unique mechanic here with pull that you can be used. So if an enemy is like under any status effect, our friendly neighborhood Harvey, aka Harbinger, cannot possess them.
Yeah, we want to deal with Harbinger as little as possible in this portion right here.
And just somebody showing up and adding a bunch of health, and it turns out takes more time to kill.
Yeah.
So this next part is can be a little scary here. There's a lot of enemies and our friendly neighborhood Harbinger. Just gotta get through this and then get through these barriers.
Yeah, this part can be really scary because this is something they actually adjusted in Legendary Edition. You don't have that much ammo during this part, and some of these enemies can be, as you're going to see in this next part, really, really tanky. So we do have to follow this kind of like specific ammo route right here. Just make sure that we're okay.
Just because when they toss 2 Scions at you at the end, you're going to need a lot of ammo.
Easiest difficulty, by the way.
Yeah, not having Miranda for this part is actually like very noticeably painful. Like I am doing like her service officer makes a huge difference. Also, I hope you enjoy this big plot reveal.
Hey, Sanjan.
Yeah.
How many eyes do humans have?
4, because I have 2 eyes and then I have.
They got it right.
My 4 red eyes.
Yeah.
サンジェンさんに人間って何個目があると思う？うん、4つかな。今帽子かぶってる子にも目ついてるから。正解だよみたいな。どういうくだりなのかは全くわからないですけど。
Look, this game had great like individual plot, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice something. But
no, I love this game. It's just very funny.
あれかな？ちょっとジェイコブのロイヤルポイントを全然上げてなかったから、それを上げるためのやつなのか？
This part is also very scary right here. Harbinger here can just, yeah.
Stop, Shepard.
They're through my shields.
Oh, nice. You got lucky on that ammo drop. Okay. Like you can very easily run out of ammo
tactical
there.
menu and deal with all 4 of these at once.
Yeah, get this nice little 1 cycle here. Otherwise, like those valves shut.
Oh, すごい。
You just have to
Time's
like.
coming up, by the way.
今のかっこよ。
We'll explain the boss mechanics after, just because this is really fast.
今の4つ同時に壊すのバチかっこいいっす。
You've saved humanity.
All right, so basically just gonna do this.
Time is going to be coming up when we get to this black screen right here after the boss dies.
And because we don't have Miranda to do a lot of damage, it's got to have a little bit more here. Time.
グッドゲームでーす。
All right, I'll allow a little base here just because I want to kind of like let this epic part play. But thank you so much to GDQ for having me. I love the Mass Effect series. I'm a big fan of it, and for me to be able to kind of like speedrun this and show the crowd is really amazing. A huge shout out
早すぎて全然内容わかんなかったんで、
to Mike, Wade, and Courtney.
興味ある方は
I learned so much from
ぜひ
watching Mike.
遊んでみるといいかもしれません。
Typically, I run JRPGs turn-based, but running it like the Mass Effect series, which is something that way outside of my comfort zone, and I learned so much about like just speedrunning in general, just like trying out different things. And so, just to quickly explain, like when you load your autosave, they basically kind of like become more squishy, and without loading that, they take 70% damage rather than like almost all of it. But aside from that, do you have any shoutouts, Mike or May?
No, like shoutouts obviously to everyone else in the Mass Effect community, the speedrunning community. I mean, this route is like the result of like at least a decade of like testing and strat hunting, glitch hunting, everything else, So it's been a long road to get it down to this point. It used to be like an hour and a half, and now it's like an hour and 8 minutes or something. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
And shout out to every single person who donated so that we could see this really, really cool route.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, best dialogue in the game.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Getting a lot of bullshit.
All right, so one last thing before we go, to show you all that no one has been left behind. This cutscene plays normally, like if someone died, Shepard would be looking at their coffin, or Joker, depending on how it goes goes.
なんか誰か一人でも
Basically, this cutscene will play where
そのストーリー中で死んじゃうと、なんかシェパードさんが棺を見つめるようなカットシーンが入ったりするみたいな話らしいですね。
Thank you very much.
いいっすね、これ終わった後にみんな出てくるの。はい、というわけで、マスエフェクト2、1時間24分でした。
Who are you? How did you find me? It doesn't matter.
いろいろすごいことになったんですけど、一旦次のゲームの準備とありますので、一旦失礼させていただきます。